And then we got the ring belt versus all the other belts. Hey man, I think you said this once before. Shout out to, I don't know about you, Sean. I respect the WBC belt more than any belt.
Me too.
That's just me personally.
But
Mauricio watered this shit down. Every time I look up, there's a different belt in the ring. There's a da-da-da-da-da belt. Da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, bro, you're always making a belt. Like, just, we respect the WBC, but I think he wants to, and he was one of the guys, he's going against him now, but didn't he present him with a belt in the ring one time?
Yeah.
Whoa. Oh,
hey.
Yeah. So it's like, Mauricio, you want to be touching with everything, dealing with everything.
That's what got you caught up.
Yep. You also watering what your well-respected belt down. I remember, like I said, I watched the Garcia Porter fight last night, and Sean was talking about how bad he wanted the WBC belt. I mean, he came out trunks, everything. He wanted that WBC belt because it's been so much to him. All the greats had the WBC belt. So it's just like, man, we had so much respect for your belt, but then every time we're looking up, you're making a belt for something else. You're allowing guys to duck other guys. You don't have to fight your mandatory because you're super champion. Like, what the hell are you talking about? So it's like, now we're to the point where Turkey only wants to have the Ring magazine belt, the one respected. The
magazine belt that he owns.
Yeah, he bought out the whole company.
Yeah, he bought the whole thing.
It's crazy, but yeah. So it's just in whatever belt he had on his right side. I don't even know what that's about.
This is Fatal Fury.
Okay,
All
right.
All right, let me ask. All right, here, let me ask this goddamn question because now y'all pissing me off.
Okay.
So y'all know I'm doing this movie. There's gonna be parts in this movie where people are gonna be in suits. Everyone in a suit in the movie is going to be in an SP suit,
which makes sense.
I'm not supposed to want people in my suit. It's his league. Wait, yeah, it's his belt that he owns. Yeah, it's supposed to be that way.
No, Sean, I agree with you. I always wanted to just be one belt. I wanted the WBC to be that belt. I think that helps the sport of boxing also. We got too many damn belts. Shout out to the WBA, WBO.
Yeah, I mean,
IBF.
if there was an interim this, silver that,
regular that,
mandatory this, I don't even
emeritus.
Because I tell people all the time, I'm grateful for the 4-belt era because it helped and allowed me to become a 2-time world champion. There's something about those accolades that helped me get into the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. I'm going into the National Boxing Hall of Fame next month. I'm on the ballot for Canastota. I mean, I don't know if the business would have gotten me the opportunity for the WBC if that was the only one, you know? Mm-hmm. So I'm grateful for the 4-belt era, but at the same time, I think that when you're making this move and creating a league for boxing, it makes sense. There's only one Super Bowl a year. Mm-hmm. Now, the difference with that is with this, we have different divisions. But there needs to be one Super Bowl for each division, you know? Yeah. I think it makes sense, you know? So, I don't know, man. I kind of told y'all that things was going to be moving and things was going to be happening. And I was hinting towards things a long time ago. And here they are.
Yeah, I love the one belt thing that Turkey's doing. I give him credit for that. Well, that's what we need. We need just one goddamn belt. Stop all this. Everybody, I'll say, what are you about to do, Sean?
You're right.
I was like, so I agree with the one belt, and I respect that. But right now, it's like we getting what we've been asking for. We're just not getting it like we want it.
Right.
It's like my dad didn't do it, so I got a stepdad that's doing what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good way to put it. Yeah, you'd hope that with the freedom bestowed upon all these different people in boxing, they on their own accord would do the right thing, and if not, then Turkey and Dana are going to get their dictatorship monopoly on, which is supposed to be against the law in America. But since Bill Gates got away with it in the late 90s, that's a wrap now. And then
you learned a bunch of laws, huh, Sean? Yeah. You learned a bunch of laws.
Oh, yeah. Let me say this and then we'll wrap it up. I've been saying for a long time that when people ask me, what does it take to change boxing? I've told people this. It takes money and it takes responsibility. Nobody has enough money to do it. Nobody's willing to invest enough money to do it. And nobody wants the responsibility. Okay? So His Excellency has both. Don't worry. Things is going to be all right. All right.
Okay. All right.
I think boxing is going to be in a good place moving forward. I'm looking forward to seeing. I know it's been an announcement, and now it has to be put in motion. So I'm looking forward to seeing exactly how all that starts to get put in motion. Y'all made me forget my goddamn motivational message. Because
hold on, I got a question for Zittel.
Yeah.
Does this bring the entities together, the top ranks of PBC? Are they just still just fucking?
It might, but it's 50-50. Part of me is like, if it took this, then it's too late already. You know, like you guys had years and years to do it on your own. If the battle may already be lost at this point, if it could be too late in the game. That said, I hope they do. And then just real quick about the WBC thing, you know, Turkey already shot down Benavidez Bivol yesterday.
I see that.
That's the mask starting to slip a little bit.
I didn't like that one. That drove me the wrong way.
That's hey, I'm starting to feel like I'm gonna pull this thing off. Let me start to show you guys that I'm just like everybody else. You don't fight for me and do what I want. You can't fight over here. And as for the WBC, I think Antt summed it up all beautifully, but I just think Mauricio didn't understand when he inherited the top of the company from his father, Jose, just how much leverage he had with the legacy of that title. All the grit from Mayweather and De La Hoya. This really started for Mauricio when he folded to Canelo. And Canelo, I think it was around the second or first Golovkin fight, and he kind of bended to Canelo's whims a little bit, and he didn't understand, look, even Canelo will come back if you hold your ground. And that was a chance for Mauricio. You hold your ground here, you could hold your ground with anybody because he's the face of boxing. If you hold your ground against Canelo, you're setting a precedent that nobody's above this belt. And if Mauricio would have played a few things differently, he might have got himself into a position where the WBC really is just head and shoulders above the other three. But short-sightedness, you know, I want this 3% here. I want my belt on camera in the ring here. I want, and all those short-term gain, long-term, put him in the spot he's in now. So.